News featuring a food fight in the White House. New rules for American airline. Driver who rammed SUV into migrants. King Charles, Queen Camilla making surprise appearance. A time crunch to reach debt ceiling deal. Biden joking off 2024 age concerns and much more. The Biden administration plans to propose new rules that would require airlines to pay compensation to passengers who are stranded for reasons within the airline's control, such as cancellations, delays, or mechanical issues. The rules would also cover the expenses that passengers incur, such as meals, hotel rooms, rebooking, and fees, if the airline causes a problem. The rules aim to improve customer service and reduce cancellations and delays, which have affected millions of travelers since the pandemic. The airlines, which have more workers and less schedules than before the pandemic, say they have no incentive to delay or cancel flights and that they have taken responsibility for the challenges they face. The airlines and the government are also working to prevent more disruptions this summer. A man who rammed an SUV into a group of migrants at a bus stop in Brownsville, Texas, has been charged with 8 counts of manslaughter. The driver killed 8 people and injured at least 10 when he plowed into the crowd early Sunday. The driver's criminal history includes 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a count of assault against an elderly or disabled person, 4 counts of assault causing bodily injury to a family member, and at least 11 other charges. The police department could not validate claims that Alvarez yelled anti-immigrant slurs. Brownsville is one of the border cities that is already seeing an influx of migrants trying to cross into the U.S. from Mexico. Eduard Heger, the caretaker Prime Minister of Slovakia, resigned on Monday after failing to persuade President Zuzana Apatova to accept his proposals to end the political crisis. His resignation followed the departure of 2 other ministers, one over a subsidy scandal and one over a foreign policy dispute. The president then appointed a top banker, Deputy Governor Ludovic Oder, to lead a technocrat government until fresh elections in September. The elections are expected to be close, as polls show that voters are leaning towards the pro-Russia Smer SD party, which is against sending military support to Ukraine. Joe Biden's diet is a topic of discussion among his aides and First Lady Jill Biden. Some aides have noted that he eats like a child, with a food palette that skews beige. His favorite dishes include peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, BLTs, pizza, cookies, spaghetti with butter and red sauce, and ice cream that he occasionally makes into a full sundae. The First Lady has been pushing the Commander-in-Chief to eat more fish and veggies whether he likes them or not. In September 2021, the president's sister Val came to the White House for a private dinner, and the First Lady selected their entree, salmon in a pastry shell with a medley of vegetables. Biden works out with a physical therapist, Drew Contreras, many mornings. Fitness is more complicated at 80. The newly crowned King and Queen of England making one of their first post-coronation stops on American television. American Idol judges Lionel Richie and Katy Perry performed at the concert to celebrate the first coronation of a British royal since 1953 when Charles's mother Queen Elizabeth was crowned. Ed Sheeran and Alanis Morissette stepped in for the duo on Idol, judging and performing so Perry and Richie could make the trip to England. King Charles thanked Perry and Richie for their performance at the concert. China has successfully tested its reusable space technologies by sending an experimental spacecraft to orbit for 276 days. The spacecraft, which was uncrewed and unnamed, returned to Earth on Monday from the Jiuquan Launch Center in northwest China. The mission was a landmark achievement for China's space program, which aims to provide more convenient and inexpensive ways to mount future space missions. The spacecraft's technologies, such as its reusability, autonomy, and liquid propellant engines, were tested in various orbits and conditions. The mission was similar to the U.S. Air Force's X-37B, an autonomous spaceplane that can remain in orbit for years, and the recent launch of a Chinese liquid propellant rocket by a private company. Joe Biden, the 80-year-old and fourth U.S. president, is running for a second term in the 2020 election. He is using humor and self-deprecation to dismiss the age concerns that some voters have about him. He has made jokes about his long career in public life, his friendship with the third President James Madison, and his friendship with Martin Luther King, Jr. He has also emphasized his experience, his optimism, and his wisdom as a candidate. His age could be a challenge or an advantage for him, depending on the Republican nominee, Donald Trump, who is younger but less popular, and the Democratic voters, who are more approving of him but less enthusiastic about him. Biden's aides and advisors say he is fit, agile, and engaged for the job, and that he has decades of experience to offer. Facebook, the world's largest social media platform, faces a challenge to attract young adults who are increasingly turning to other apps like TikTok and Instagram. Facebook, which has 3 billion monthly users, mostly aged 18 to 34, has lost its cool factor among younger generations who find it outdated, boring, and chuggy. Facebook's CEO, Tom Allison, says the company is changing its product line to offer more social discovery, artificial intelligence, and private messaging features to appeal to the next generation. Facebook's decline is not as fast as TikTok's, which has half of its users between 12 and 24, but it is still significant. Facebook's future depends on how well it can adapt to the needs of young adults and whether it can remain relevant in the era of social media. Walmart will pay $4 million as compensation to customers who were scammed by a gift card scheme. The scam involved scammers who told victims to buy Walmart gift cards ranging from $500 to $1,000, and then froze the balances on them. The Department of Justice sued Walmart and won the money that was frozen as part of the scheme. The compensation will be paid to customers who bought Walmart gift cards between April 1, 2016 and July 31, 2017, and who have proof of purchase. Customers can request payment by filling out a form on Walmart's website by June 29, 2023. The compensation will not cover the fees or expenses related to the scam.
Thank you for watching. Please support our efforts by liking and sharing the videos. Don't forget to subscribe to get our regular updates.